Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tacoma Cyclist. I am Tacoma Cyclist, and with me once again is the Boogeyman.
Hey.
And this is a follow-up to our race footage from the other day that we posted. This is part of Tour of America's Dairyland, and this is
Janesville.
Janesville day one. So if you look at the top right-hand corner of this video, you'll see the crit course, and apparently I cut off the top corner of it. It's not like you dematerialize and rematerialize. There's just another square there. So just bear that in mind. It's two kind of rectangles connected by a long straight. And I don't know, what do you think? This is probably one of the better organized crits. The whole series is probably one of the best organized crits I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, you win serious money preems, like $600 preems.
Yeah, like they had so much money to give away in preems. They actually had random preems at the start. They would call your number and say, "Here's $50." We saw one of the Legion guys, which the Boogeyman is racing here. One of them snagged a $600 preem and then was like, "Peace out," and just left the race. Like, he got his cash and he was done. I don't remember if it was in this race or the next day. There's two Janesville races. This is day one. Day two is exactly the same course, just in reverse, which presented its own sets of challenges. So, Boogeyman, why don't you walk us through the course? We're kind of coming into the finishing area here, so why don't you take it away and kind of describe what's going on?
Yeah, so this hill, or this corner that we're turning into right here is pretty much the only hill on the course. And then it's a really short straightaway to the finish line from that corner. Past this finish line, it's a sort of long downhill. Cadence really gets up there with junior skiers. And then when you get into that bottom square, it's really easy. It's just wide open, nothing too technical.
Yeah, just basically a four-corner crit down there. And interesting point, like you said, the speeds get really high here, and the cadence gets really high. I think you actually hit like 47 miles an hour in this crit at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So your cadence was off the charts. But the thing is that there's adults. You know, there's regular Cat 2.3s, and there are juniors 2.3s. So the Legion guys that you're seeing here are not their Corey and Justin Williams guys. They are other Legion Los Angeles riders that are Cat 2s. Really, really strong. And then, of course, the folks that really dominated the race were Lux. So how many people were in this field?
84.
Yeah, 84 people. It's a pretty good crit course, but, you know, it got a little tight. Now, a little bit of spoiler alert. Unfortunately, the Boogeyman did get dropped just before the end on this. He narrowly avoided a pretty nasty wreck. Got restarted into the race, and then just they put the restart to the race like uphill. You know, the medic tent was, or the mechanical tent was going into the base of the uphill. So they launched him, and they launched him and a few other guys like right there at the base of the uphill after the pack had already gone by. So he really had to fight to chase back on, and I think probably burned a couple matches. So we won't watch the finishing here. We'll just cut forward. There is, unfortunately, a pretty nasty wreck in this one, and that's the case in all of the rest of the Tour of America's Dairyland. Actually, all of the races we're going to show you for the next couple days, for the next few videos, they have some wrecks. All told, you dodged like how many wrecks?
Probably like 8 wrecks.
In the course of 2 weeks. So between Tour of America's Dairyland and Nationals, there were a lot of wrecks. So, you know, coming around this corner again, 130 RPMs, heart rate above 200, speeds getting up there. Right now, they're not that bad. They get much faster later on as people start to get acclimated to the course. So a really cool thing, you can see the yellow wall on the side there. That's just, they just bring that yellow wall in for this race, for this Tour of America's Dairyland race. So because they're doing 2 days worth of racing here, they really, you know, they definitely pulled out all the stops. And it was a super awesome course. I think we found a couple interesting things about this course, though. We liked the organization, we liked the race, but what were some of the challenges that you saw with like how it was laid out, like how the barriers and stuff were?
A lot of the barriers were either like there were barriers missing in the middle of corners, so a barrier would disappear and then reappear and then make the corner a little bit tighter. That caused a few wrecks on the second day, actually. And then sometimes they make the corner a lot tighter than it should be by placing barriers on the inside of the corner for no reason.
Yeah, I think the second day the barriers were worse than they were for the first day. You know, I applaud all the people that are putting races like this together. So it's a small nitpick, but like right there, you can see on the left-hand side, those barriers were wide open. But on day 2, when we'll show you in the next video, they closed off the inside line, completely closed off the inside line by like 8 feet. So I'm not sure what they were thinking. There's also a giant hole right there. Yeah, they painted it, but it's right in the line that people want to take. They actually filled it in and paved it before the next day, so that was cool too. Again, course was laid out really, really well. Support was really, really good. I actually wrecked out of Tour of America's Dairyland, not of this race, not of day 1 in Janesville, but of day 2 in Janesville. I broke my bike. Fortunately, I didn't break any body parts, but I really, really got hurt pretty badly. Just nothing broken, so that's good. But I'll have another video coming about the insurance process, because I had to file an insurance claim. I do have special insurance on my bike, and I use that, and I will tell you how it worked. Okay, we're going to cut forward a little bit. We are going to take you right to the wreck, which unfortunately did involve some juniors. It really sucks that happens, but we're going to take you right there. All right, Boogeyman's going to talk us through kind of what's about to happen here, and we'll see it in just a moment.
I couldn't really see the wreck, but from what I was told, it looked like an adult may have pushed a junior into the barrier on the left, and then it kind of just made everyone slide out. I narrowly avoided it and almost got hit by someone behind me too, but he also made it out okay.
Yeah, because you can see that carnage there. You know, it's tough races. You know, when races happen and they have a lot of people in them, wrecks do happen. It's unfortunate that was the pervasive story, is that somebody got pushed into the barriers. You know, it was probably somebody trying to take a line and whatever. I can't imagine it would be intentional. But that being said, you know, it was kind of interesting. I don't know that I like the idea of the juniors 2-3s racing with the men's 2-3s. The racing styles are different, and the men, I don't think, liked it. What did you think?
Not at all. They were all complaining.
Yeah, I think they really didn't like it. Honestly, the juniors are faster and far less sketchy. All right, so you look like you're completely off right now. What is going on for you?
So I think I have 3 other guys with me. I'm just telling them that we need to go to the pit, take our free lap, so we're not off the back for the rest of the race. Just trying not to do that much work.
Yeah. So why did you get to take a free lap when you didn't actually get in the accident?
I put a foot down.
Yeah. So you had to fully stop, right? And in a race, if you have to fully stop because of a wreck, then you can go get a free lap. So you don't have to wreck. You just have to be caught behind the wreck and have to fully stop. So heading back to the pit right now. Unfortunately, it just literally happened pretty much 200 meters after the mechanics tent, which is where you have to go for the ref to put you back into the race. So here we go. Right around this next corner is where that mechanics tent is, and you'll see what we're talking about. Like it's a slight uphill. You know, people were complaining about the hill on this. There's not a hill here. This is a minor little bump. But okay, so these guys get to pull in and let them know they're part of the race incident. And you know, not chief ref, but the ref is giving him instructions on what to do. So we'll just wait here for a second, and he's going to set them back in as the field comes on. But here's the problem again. So you can see there is a pitch going up. So it's probably like 4 or 5% grade. Maybe we should have put the gradient on here, but it goes by too fast. You know, I don't even know that the Garmin would capture it fast enough. So there comes maybe somebody off the front, and shortly. Bear in mind, Boogeyman is not doing any wattage right now, nor is he doing any RPMs.
Yeah, I'm not doing a burnout. Don't worry.
That'd be pretty sweet. A slow burnout on the bike, but every once in a while the computer gets messed up. And frankly, I didn't necessarily get it lined up perfectly. So pardon the gauges being a little bit off here. All right, so he's having him hold for just a second. I think the guy that went by a moment ago must have been off the back. Maybe he didn't know he could have come in. I don't know. So I think Boogeyman's... Oh, there we go. There's the lead car.
Yep, and my burnout is slowly progressing.
Right. So they're being told, okay, hang tight. And there goes the race right there. Well, okay, so there's the lead. And, when these guys are coming by you at 25, 27, 28 miles an hour, and you have to just stick yourself into the line, it can be pretty tough. So kudos to them for getting in. I don't know that was the smartest place to put the officials or the mechanical tent, but whatever. It is what it is. So we'll go ahead and finish the video here in just a moment. We have day 2, more delightful crashes in day 2, but I think an even faster race. Day 2 was a lot faster.
Faster and hotter.
Yeah, it was hot out there. What happened with our heat acclimation or acclimatization, I guess I should say.
Yeah, we come back to Washington and everyone's dumping water on themselves, complaining about how hot it is, and we're like, really? We're just getting started.
Yeah, we got back on Sunday from after traveling for 2 weeks. We were in Wisconsin for a week racing, and then Florida for a week. And we get back on Sunday, and we had that heat snap in Washington where there were 117 degree weather in Washington. We were out in Florida, which was somehow more miserable. And when we get back, we go to race, and it's like 88 degrees, and people are dumping water on them, like just to cool off. And I don't even think we went through a half a bottle during that race for an hour and 10 minutes of racing. All right, cool. So that's it for us tonight. We will get another video posted shortly of Janesville Day 2. Like I said, we had 2 weeks of racing, and the Boogeyman raced quite a bit during that, so we'll have some videos from Janesville Day 2, Grafton, which was super cool, probably one of my favorite looking crit courses I've ever seen, and the best organization I've ever seen. Unfortunately, I couldn't race it because I was broken, so was my bike. And then we'll have some stuff from Nationals as well, with the Boogeyman doing some voiceover on all that. So thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Whack that like button. We love it when you hit the like button because it helps out our channel, and that's cool. If you haven't already subscribed, what's stopping you? Like, it's just another button. Press it, and then you'll get to see all this awesome content and more. If you don't like this video, why are you still here? Go somewhere else. Tell us what you don't like about the video, and don't tell us it's because Boogeyman's scary. Yes, of course he's scary. That's the whole point. All right. Thanks again, everybody, for stopping by, and we will see you again soon.